Hey everybody, Thomas here. So I just put a new blade on the 2000, sharpened it up. It's a blade that I probably sharpened up about 4 or 5 times. It's approaching near its end, so this is probably not the best log to test this on. I'm just trying to get a feel for how many times can I sharpen a blade and still have it be an effective blade. But this wood right here, this is going to give it a run for its money. This is actually live oak. My buddy Mr.Robert, we're going to be using this for maybe some wall boards, some flooring. I have this log, and then not this first pile, but the next pile over there. It's a very large log over there. It's just some water oak. But we're going to be turning those boards into flooring. Now this log was pretty gnarly. I cut on this the other day on the back side, the side you cannot see. I have kind of squared it up, and the top I'm working on squaring it up. It had crazy branches, knots, all sorts of stuff. It does have some dirt on it, so that's why I threw this old blade on here. I just went ahead and greased up the roller bearings. Again, about 2-3 squirts of grease is all it needed. You don't want to press out your seals. And then I've had the engine kind of warm it up there. As you can see, it looks pretty ominous. It looks cool though, because we got green on the ground here. My neighbor went over there and he aerated and did an interesting till on the soil there to promote water getting to the roots. But see those clouds rolling in? Temperature is plummeting. This morning was the warmest part of the day. I think it was like 60 this morning, and it's been falling throughout the day. I think we're expected to get some 30-degree temperatures this weekend. But also this weekend my dad's coming in, so this is why I have to get this wood cut up. Today is Ash Wednesday, and I gotta get this log cut up, get it off of here, and then start working on some more pine, because my dad, I need to help him fill some orders up in Tennessee. So what I do is I help pay for his trip by cutting some wood up for him, so when he gets up there he'll sell that and it'll essentially pay for his trip. So without further ado, go ahead and get started on here. I'm going to go ahead and I had another comment from one of the viewers. He said, we love the videos, it's not so much on the time lapse. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of time lapse here in the beginning until I get a squared up cant, because that's going to take some maneuvering of the log, and then I'll go ahead and start doing a actual cutting of the cant using the computer, so it'll be pretty neat. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is pretty gnarly. I've never really cut live oak. I did a little bit the other day. You can see the grain here. It's got this wavy type grain to it and everything. I mean, it's pretty neat looking. The blade was running pretty true. Got a lot of sawdust built up on there, but the blade was running pretty true. However, when I was cutting on the back side of this log, you can't tell from the time lapse or anything. See if I can get on the other side. I had a spot, well, unfortunately you can't even see it, but down here where this knot is, I don't know what it did. Right when I was about to exit the log, within about an inch or so, it almost stopped the sawmill, which I was kind of confused, and then I looked at it and it looked like there's like this tar stuff on it. Inside that little inclusion there was something that caused the blade to kind of stick up and put a lot of pressure on it. So that was kind of interesting, and I'm like, just didn't feel right. I need to change the blade out. I want to make sure I have the sharpest blade possible. Now I am eating up a lot of my blade life because there's a lot of dirt in there. This is it's just tearing up the blade, but for the most part I don't really care, because this is, again, an old blade that I've been sharpening multiple times. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this into a cant today, and then I'm going to go ahead and take this off, because this is going to take some time to cut up. But I am going to show the last cut or two with the new blade on here and showing how it cuts and everything. And I'm going slow. I'm going real slow. I think I was going a little bit too fast in the beginning there, but I mean, this is some hard stuff. I thought hickory was hard. Holy crap. Now just look at this wavy type grain throughout here. The yellow is interesting. I don't know what that's about, other than it's sapwood. I'm starting to get some heartwood here. But on the hardness scale, if I'm not mistaken, this is about the hardest wood we have in the United States. Now, you've seen some of my other videos and you've been following for a while. I talk a lot about mesquite and everything, but on the Jankta hardness scale, this is quite a bit harder. And I mean, it feels hard. I've not really dealt with a wood that feels the way this feels. But I believe this is yeah, this is what they make the Constitution, the old Ironsides and everything. They made it out of live oak. Live oak does not check. I think it does warp, but I don't think it checks that much. So, I mean, this is, whew, it's pretty stuff though. I'm very interested to see kind of what this turns into. It's almost a shame that we're turning this into flooring, but whatever. I mean, Mr. Robert's log, so I'll cut it whatever they want. So, yeah, so there's a lot of dirt debris in there. Again, the blade's riding pretty true, even after getting over those knots there. So, yeah, we'll go and throw it on there. We'll cut it up and see what comes out of this. Now, it is very windy today, so I apologize if the camera's moving around a whole lot. The winds have definitely kicked up. You can see also this yellow sawdust. My sawdust pile is out of control. I need to get that cleaned out. I'll do that this weekend. So I'm going to get this cut into a cant. I'll probably make a 2-inch cut. I believe I'm at 14 inches high, so I'll come down to 12 inches, somewhere in this region right here. And I could still make a piece like this into a bench. This would be one heck of a hefty bench, I'll say that. And then I gotta hurry up. I'll see if I can do a video with Cherie out there milking the goats and everything today. Then we gotta get off to church tonight. But all right, well, stay tuned. It's about to happen. All right, so here we go. I've got the sawmill started back up, water running. Everything should be good to go. This is the live oak, really hard to cut. That was nice and slow, nothing crazy. Looked good. I'm going to attempt to get this piece off safely. This is very, very, very heavy. I don't know how long this log is. It's probably about 14 foot or so. But it's just the density of this live oak. Pretty. Let's see if I can get some of this sawdust off here first, so I can have something to show you. Again, this is probably the hardest. It is the hardest I've cut. There's no doubt about that. I've cut hickory a few times before. And this is a decent sized log. I mean, this right now is a 12 by 17 can. So the fact that I'm cutting a 17-inch slab off of this is impressive. I mean, that's hard. It's all relative. I mean, sure, wood is hard. But, I mean, this is a whole nother level of hardness. It's like next level hardness. All right. It's pretty impressive. I had some chatter on my blade here, and that I think I could, as soon as I entered into the log, I could hear. You see some set was taken out there. I could hear like I hit a rock as soon as I entered into the dang log. So, but that's how it goes. I mean, even like this end grain here, where this branch came off, I mean, that's gonna be really pretty. I'm gonna try to square this up into a 12 by 12 cant, or as best that I can. I mean, this is just gnarly. Right here in the beginning, I hit like a rock or something, and I did get a little bit of dip right here in the beginning, and then it smoothed out after that. And I'm running my blade, I think about 1350 or 1400 psi. But yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's a beefy log. So I'll have more videos of this. Unfortunately, based on my timeline and everything with the stuff going on today, I've got to get this sucker off, and I got to cut some more pine for my dad. But this is gonna be one heck of a log once I get it all squared up. Again, I'm going for a 12 by 12 cant, and then I'll cut that into, I think we agreed upon with Mr.Robert 7/8 inch boards. And I'm gonna go for a, if I get a 12 by 12, I'll go for 6 inches wide. So I'll go ahead and take a cut right down the center of the pith here and everything. So I split that pith, and then I'll have good sections of boards on either side. Or to tell you the truth, you know what? I'm already at my 12-inch denomination now. No, I'm going to continue cutting. I need to get these things cleaned up, and there are a few more pieces I can get off of this. In fact, I can have Mr. Robert make some wooden spoons out of this. That'd be really hard. So, and in this piece right here, I'm thinking bench. I'm thinking very stout bench with some really cool wavy grain. I think that looks cool. It'll be a small amount of spalt there, so, but once I get this bark off here, I think this is gonna look pretty neat. I did a pecan piece similar to this with some metal legs. That was a entry type bench, and it looked gorgeous. I think this is gonna turn out just about as nice as a pecan piece, maybe even better. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll see you around. We gotta get off to help my wife milk a few of the goats, and then get off to church. And then this weekend we'll do some more videos with my dad in town, and hopefully it won't be too blazingly cold. I know I've got some friends up in the northern part of the United States and up in Canada. They've been really feeling this cold weather. I think this weekend's going to be some of our coldest weather we've had all year. I think we've had a couple days in the 20s, but we'll be down to like high 20s, low 30s at night, which is pretty cold for down here on the Gulf Coast. So as always, I enjoy the comments, the likes, and all that stuff. And if you like the channel, subscribe. I have another video. I'm debating whether I'm going to post it. It's kind of graphic. It's disc budding of goats. So if people have interest in that, I'm trying to figure out a way to make it not so gruesome. It's something we do here on the farm. It's going to require a lot of editing. Like I might do tidbit clips I show where I build a box and we disc bud some goats. We had to disc bud 6 goats the other day. Well, over 2 days. We did 4 one day and 2 the next day, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna have that video posted or not, but I might have to just stick to the wood. I don't want to, you know, scare anyone off, but I'll have to put a disclaimer in the beginning, warning, not for the faint of heart. All right, well, we'll see y'all around. Have fun. Bye.